Hello, everybody. Nice seeing you again. Bill here from Truth in Equity. And I'm telling you, if you've been out buying gas and groceries, then you're experiencing the same sticker shock that I am. And if this is the norm, or if it's going to get worse, like some are predicting, we are all going to have to make some very tough decisions in regards to our lifestyle, or we're just going to fall victim to it. Now, I don't want you to fall victim to it, and I definitely don't want you to make any bad financial decisions if you're out there trying to find relief through traditional channels. Now, I put this video together for you so I can give you a little different perspective on your finances, as well as show you where you can protect yourself against these attacks on your paycheck. But that's if you start banking like a banker instead of like a consumer. So after watching this video, if you want to learn more, please schedule a call with one of our highly skilled staff members, or just drop us your contact info and we'll send you the Credit Line Banking Primer. We really hope you come talk to us because we want you to know what we know. We want you to know that you can have a better life through better banking, and you don't have to be rich to be financially independent. So I'm hoping this is helpful. Have a great day. This is what an average American paycheck looks like when we conduct an autopsy to see where all the money is going. 35% is going to taxes and 401k distributions. 35% is going to debt payments, and that's just the minimum payments, which means 70% of our paychecks are committed before we buy a gallon of gas or a gallon of milk. That leaves only 30% of your paycheck for everything else. Now, the sad truth is, Washington gets away with what they do. We follow the rules to follow our American dream, and it's our responsibility to make it all work with the remnants of our paychecks. And right now, inflation is on an all-out assault on that 30%. So what can you do? Well, you can make adjustments to your payroll deductions, but there's definitely a limit here. You can make budget adjustments, but there's a limit here too because we have to eat and we need heat. And then there are debt payments. Now, debt is unavoidable if we want a decent education, a decent car, or own a home. But it doesn't have to be a lifelong sentence, and you have far more control over it than you might think. The problem with debt is not the balance, it's not the payment, and it's definitely not the interest rate. These are just components of utilizing credit. Here's what we need to realize about credit. Credit equals accessibility, not affordability. Now, here's the real cancer within our budgets. It's how we bank and borrow that is slowly suffocating our futures. Now, keep in mind, I'm not vilifying the banks themselves. They're a critical component to our society, and they're my friends. I'm exposing the problem with how we bank and borrow. Because you see, over our lifetime, we could deposit hundreds of thousands of dollars into our checking account, and we see zero financial return. Chasing low rate and low payment loans is a life sentence to debt because we continually stack one on top of the other and connect them end to end with each refinance. Chasing low rates and low payments is not a consumer-friendly financial strategy. It's a bank-friendly financial strategy. And even though it's the way we've been doing it for decades, we can look in the past and see our future. A lifetime of low rates and low payments. Now, this might sound a little controversial, but I'm telling you, debt is not the villain. The problem is how we bank and borrow. So what's the solution? Well, you got to change up how you bank and borrow. And this is what the numbers look like for credit line banking students. They reduce their creditor outflow by 15% in very short order, and they reduce it to zero, meaning they are entirely debt independent in only 5 to 7 years. These numbers are not fantasy or hope. These are real numbers from real people who decided that they had had enough of funding everyone else's dreams. Ask yourself, what would your life look like if you could build it on 65% of your income versus 30% or less? I'll say it again, folks. I say it all the time. You don't have to be rich to be financially independent. You just need truth and equity. So drop us a line, come talk to us. We want you to know what we know. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.